When my neighbor said it, I laughed at first. He was leaning on the fence, coffee steaming in his hand. "Your daughter's skipping school again?" he asked. My grip tightened on the mailbox. "No, she goes every day." He tilted his head. "Strange. I always see her at home. Around 10, curtains half closed. Someone's with her, I think." Something cold slid through me. A small, invisible crack. That night I couldn't sleep. Every sound from her room echoed differently. The hum of her laptop, the creak of the floorboards, the faint, nervous cough. By morning, I'd decided to test it. I left the car running in the driveway, my briefcase on the seat, door half closed, like I was rushing off to work. Then I slipped back inside. Shoes off, breath held. I crawled under the bed. The carpet smelled faintly of her perfume, cheap, sweet, and artificial, like something a child wears to feel grown. Minutes passed, then I heard it. The front door opened. Light steps, and a voice, not hers, a man's. He was older, the kind of voice that didn't belong near children, slow, confident, seasoned by experience. She giggled, whispered something I couldn't hear. The bed shifted above me, weight pressing down. I stopped breathing. For a few seconds I told myself I was wrong, that maybe it was innocent, that he was a tutor, a friend, something explainable. Then I heard him say, "Your dad won't find out. He trusts you." My jaw locked. The air turned metallic in my throat. Trust. The one word I built her life around. I'd raised her alone since she was 9, taught her to read people, to protect herself, to never let the world manipulate her. And here she was, hiding someone in my house, while I lay inches beneath the scene. Father, fool, ghost. I stayed until the sound stopped, until the door closed again, until she hummed softly, the way she used to as a little girl when she was afraid. I left quietly, not a sound. That night I didn't confront her. I just watched her eat dinner, calm, detached. Every bite she took made the distance between us wider. The next day I started collecting details, phone records, messages, school attendance logs. Her teacher said she'd missed 8 days that month. The number hit like a blade. I smiled, thanked her, went home. Then I checked the cameras, those small indoor ones I'd installed after the break-in last year. She'd learned how to unplug them. Smart. Too smart. But she missed one, the one disguised as a smoke detector in the hallway. When I opened the footage, my hands shook. It was always the same pattern. 10 a.m., door unlocked, man enters. Tall, gray hoodie, always carrying a small backpack. He stayed 2 hours, then left without a word. I replayed one frame, her looking up at him with a kind of admiration that did belong to a child. The betrayal wasn't just what she did, it was what she believed, that I wouldn't notice, that love made me blind. I found him 3 days later, at the corner cafe near her school. A teacher, 31, married. His name was printed neatly on his lanyard as he ordered coffee. He didn't see me watching from across the street. When I finally confronted him, it wasn't loud, no yelling, no violence, just a photo. One frame from the footage, his hand on her shoulder. I placed it on the cafe table between us. He froze. Color drained from his face. It's not what you think. It's exactly what I think, I said, my voice barely a whisper. You'll resign. Today. You'll leave this city before sunset, and you'll never speak her name again. He tried to explain, to plead, but I leaned closer. Or I'll make sure your wife and the board see everything. He left, didn't even finish his drink. That evening she came home from school. Her face looked tired, like she'd been crying. I waited in the kitchen. On the table lay her phone, unlocked. Messages already open. I didn't speak at first. She stared at me, trembling. "You know?" I nodded. Her eyes filled with shame, confusion, guilt. "I thought he cared about me," she whispered. "He cared about control," I said, "not love." Silence stretched between us, the kind that suffocates. She waited for me to shout. I didn't. Instead, I slid her backpack across the table. "You're transferring schools. Tomorrow. New number, new start." Her tears came then, quiet, regretful. But I didn't comfort her. Some lessons had to hurt. That night I went back to her room, same floorboards, same faint perfume. But the air was clean now, emptied of lies. I sat on the edge of her bed and watched the city lights flicker through the window. Trust breaks once. Then it doesn't exist. Not the same way. Not ever again. She would heal. Maybe I would too. But something in me stayed under that bed, listening, waiting, remembering. That's where fathers go when they realize love doesn't protect anyone. It only teaches you how to watch quietly until the truth walks in.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.